Hello there. This is H.D. Ingalls. Today I'm going to tell you about something switched to a little humor. You know, you got to have some humor in life. Well, I'm going to tell you something that happened when I was, I think, about 14 years old. That was 2 or 3 years ago. Uh, I had a chemistry set, pretty neat chemistry set. As a matter of fact, a few years back, I looked at some new chemistry sets. Oh, I they weren't very exciting, the stuff they had in them. I guess it was to keep children safe, uh, keep them safe from everything. At any rate, uh, I had a rather sophisticated laboratory. What it amounted to was an old kitchen table, an old kitchen chair in my bedroom with chemicals scattered all over. My friend Jerry had one too. We used to experiment together sometimes. Uh, I, I don't know how scientific it was, but it was fun. That's the main thing when you're 14, isn't it? Okay, the chemistry sets were pretty good, and we had a lot of fun with them. But the only problem is uh, we couldn't blow anything up. And when you're 14, blowing things up, I mean, you could buy a firecracker, but anybody buy a firecracker. I'm not talking about violence or vandalism. I'm talking about just if you make something go bang. Okay. Now, what happened was, and I forget which of us, or maybe we discovered it together, discovered that if you take some hydrochloric acid and put some zinc in it and watch it bubble, you get hydrogen. Well, that was great. I forget how we got it, but we got some hydrochloric acid and a few little pieces of zinc. And what we do is take a little test tube, you know, about as big as your finger or so big, put a little bit of acid in it. And don't ask, we didn't wear gloves. 14. Put a little acid in it, drop a bit of zinc, let it boil, bubble, you know, bubble, bubble, toil and trouble, that type of thing. And then after a few seconds, you put your thumb over the top of the test tube. And you keep your thumb there until the pressure started trying to push your thumb off. Had hydrogen in that thing. Then you take the test tube, strike a match, go pop, little streak of flame pop out. That's pretty good stuff when you're 14, let me tell you. At any rate, one day, in all my wisdom and genius, as it were, and scientific endeavor and having a little bit of fun, I decided I was a little bit tired of pop. I wanted a little bit louder. So I was sitting in my chair at my kitchen table laboratory, and what I did was I took a vial. Wait a second. Darn cigarettes go out on you anymore. Got our government at work, I think. At any rate, I had a vial. It was about maybe that, I don't know, 4 inches, 5 inches at the bottom around, up circular. It's four sides go up to a little nozzle thing, a little about so much. I guess the whole thing was about that tall. about that big around, sloping up. You got the idea. Not huge, but not teeny. A lot bigger than a test tube. Okay. So then what I did in all my wisdom, I poured a little bit of hydrochloric acid in. I made sure I had enough to completely cover the bottom. And then I dropped in some zinc. And it started bubbling, bubbling. So I let it bubble for a while to push everything out that was already there. I put my thumb over the top of it. And it started, bubble. And I started to feel a little bit of pressure. Then, when I was about to push my thumb off the top, okay, get the setup here. I'm sitting here, kitchen table right in front of me, vial sitting on the edge. I take my thumb off, I light a match. And honest to God, I don't know how I lived. It didn't go. It did whoosh. A blue flame shot to the ceiling. I could see it. It's funny now. I could see it as I was falling over backwards. So there I was, flat on my back, and I looked up at the. God, it was a good thing that vial didn't break. Hell, I wouldn't be talking to you today. But anyway, I looked up on the table, and on the edge of the table. Oh my God. Well, the only thing I learned was don't do that again. I'm sorry to laugh like this, but I still look back at that and wonder how in the dickens I ever lived through some of the stuff I did. Well, at any rate, I think I've told you enough about my exciting chemistry career. So I better sign off before, I don't know, before I think of something else to say, because I could bore you to death. At any rate, thanks for watching. See you next time. This is H.D. Ingalls. Thank you.